Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 4 of the With That Being Said podcast featuring the Brothers Blue. Today, we are going to talk about two things and hopefully keep it relatively short and sweet. If it goes a little bit longer, we're also okay with that. This is Brother Kyle.
And that is Brother Cody. And again, we're going to be talking about MK Ultra, and to just get like some of the statistics out of the way, it was a CIA program that ran from 1953 to 1962 approximately. I'm probably off on my dates, but the leader of the program was a guy by the name of Sidney Gottlieb. And this is actually one of the first points I want to make because it actually goes into the Montreal thing that I think maybe we're going to talk about later, but I don't care. I'm bringing it up right now.
Great.
I am, and because you actually watched recently the movie Sicario, where Josh Brolin is talking about how he needs a CIA or an FBI attaché to conduct CIA operations in certain places. And I was exactly. I was under the impression that the CIA, its charter, allows it to conduct covert operations in foreign territory. That's what the charter says almost verbatim. So the MK Ultra program, a lot of that was conducted domestically, as you know.
Right. And so domestically, a point that you had brought up previously, and it's actually, sorry, it's in your notes. So I'll just go to it. It was conducted on college campuses, military bases, other things like that. And so it's really funny because, like you were saying, I'm not sure about like if there were military bases in freaking Germany or the Philippines or wherever.
Yeah,
and
no,
they were conducting MK Ultra experiments. But one thing that we do know that is easily found information on Wikipedia is the Montreal experiments. Excuse me. And the Montreal experiments took place at a university. And so, but a university in Montreal, not domestic, international.
And so, like, the reason they were able to, obviously, like, that's why it made sense to me. I was like, oh, yeah, the Montreal experiments were conducted in Canada because the CIA is supposed to operate on foreign territory. But this
Yeah,
is
exactly.
starting. Yeah, the CIA, I'm pretty sure, was started in 1948. And we're talking about a program that started in like 1952.
Yeah.
So what they were thinking is that the communists had basically discovered and mastered mind control. And so this is one of the first sort of justifications that the CIA was using to conduct experiments and operations domestically, because they were technically doing it to fight an enemy abroad, the communists.
Yeah. The idea is just like so insane to me. Like, if anyone thinks that mind control has actually been mastered, that's just, especially on a scale to where like it could be, sorry, where it could be implemented on a large scale. And actually, this makes me think of something that's kind of a tangent thought. But they have this like modern weapon that shoots out like this type of ray or something, and it makes people like automatically like disobedient and like, yeah, it like it also can like cause instant pain. Yeah, have you seen this?
Nope, obviously. Sorry, like that's clearly like clear, like just a clear symbol that you have gone a little bit deeper into the rabbit hole on this one than I have.
Yeah, that's
That's
fair.
fine. That's totally fine. I'm not
Right,
like
exactly.
rating you for that. Yeah.
No, and that's my thing is like when it comes to conspiracy theories and rabbit holes, is like, and I also hate this and we haven't talked about this off camera, which we probably should, but the whole do your own research thing is like, oh, so do you expect people to go out and conduct science experiments? Because, like, as far as I'm concerned, I do a lot of my own research, and that's a lot of reading.
Yeah. And for me, I'm sorry, I listen to a lot of podcasts and watch a lot of YouTube, but yeah, I consider a lot of my consumption of media research as well because it is. Um and so I mean, I guess like really the last thing I would say about this topic is the thing you kind of started with, um or maybe mentioned, but the guy that ran the program, Sidney Gottlieb, like again, Gottlieb, he's a Jew.
Of course.
So he went on, and the NPR article that I got a lot of my research from, which
Sure.
also I will post in our description because I've been trying to be better at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Sidney Gottlieb, well, in this NPR thing, they basically talk about how like he went on to be like like Q from James Bond, like that kind of inventor. Like he invented all kinds of
Yeah.
spy gadgets.
Yep. Got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember. That's very cool. Sorry.
Right? Like that's
And like, do you
his
remember
name's Gottlieb, like our best friend in the entire world. So yeah.
tangentially also, do you remember in middle school when you did a report on motorcycles?
Yeah, of course.
The subject I did for that report was espionage.
Oh yeah. So
So I've been studying this shit for a long time, to be honest with you, and this is kind of just a realization that I'm having.
well, espionage is one of those things that has advanced with
Yes.
technology.
So
Again,
I also
inventors, people making stuff that make spycraft better. Like, yeah.
So I also analyzed World War One in a very similar way to the way I analyze espionage, and not the conclusion, but it had a similar theme in that, like, dude, World War One's warfare advancements were everything that needed to be done for World War Two to take place in such a grand scale. And then that's the thing is like the advancements that were made in World War One were built upon and improved in World War Two.
Yeah.
I love weaponry.
No, to simplify it, you said weapon, it's militarization.
Yes, you're not wrong. You're right. The
No, I'm
biggest
right.
navy in the world was the British Navy for for like a century.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just to wrap it up on the MK Ultra thing again, and I think this is will be a good transition to our next topic because the source, the NPR article, was an interview where this guy basically did like a deep dive into Sidney Gottlieb.
I think I've read that article.
And so he talks about his MK Ultra stuff, and then him basically being Q as like a spy inventor. The last part of his life he spent as like a new age hippie.
I think one thing you know about me is I actually do read a lot of online articles, so I'm pretty sure I read that article.
Yeah, and so he leads into our next topic kind of about being a well-rounded person.
Oh, you're right. Renaissance man is what I always think of. But
oh yeah, no, oh god, yeah. Like there are certain people in my life that I think of.
John was the
He's probably the only one, but yeah, you're right.
But Hill's a Renaissance man.
Straight up 100%. Dude, he has rebuilt multiple motorcycles.
He's a goddamn rocket scientist.
Yeah, he works on rocket, and he's a rocket scientist. You're right. Yeah. So, and his name is fucking Gottlieb.
Good transition. So,
Yeah.
anyways, the next topic that we wanted to talk about was personal responsibility.
Yeah.
And actually, do you have something that you want to get started on?
Well, no, I mean, I guess yeah, because it was something specific that you were talking about, and obviously when it comes to personal responsibility, like there are a million other things than the topic that I want to talk about, but pet ownership and responsibility. But obviously, there's like careers, kids, family, all those other responsibilities. But I really do feel like owning a pet is a symbol of a very specifically responsible adult.
Is there also a certain altruism kind of to it, right? At least I
Yeah.
would think.
So this
Because like I love my dog and I love my cat.
and you get the benefits of getting to love something that I love loving, like it feels good, and so yeah, it's just a again I don't know if it's altruistic when like it I feel like I'm benefiting as much as they are. There we go.
Sure.
Because I feel
And
like altruism doesn't have equality baked into it.
and you're not wrong. I think of altruism as like a heartfelt kind of sentiment.
Hmm.
Yeah. And so anyways, with specifically with my dog is like, dude, there's a place called the Pittsburgh Animal Rescue. That's where I got my dog from. Like I literally have a rescue dog, and like she's a pit bull. She's like 3 years old. She's beautiful. I love her. Um, I'd get her right now, but she's probably upstairs sleeping in my bed.
I feel bad because I paid for all my pets. They weren't cheap, but
Oh,
yeah.
I had to pay for the rescue.
Oh yeah, duh.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and actually, I'll say this: I have one cat. You have several. Um, but my one cat, I did pay for, and dude, I think I paid less for him as just like a Craigslist cat than I did for the rescue dog.
Yeah. And you know what? I think what PetSmart does is technically, I think they have a rescue program. So that's how I got my cats. Yeah,
I was
Angel
like, why
is
are you
because
bringing up PetSmart? It's an animal factory. Sorry.
I don't know. I feel, but again, it's like I paid for it, and
No, and owning animals and treating them the way they're
my
supposed
cats
to
are
be treated,
spoiled.
that's all
Yeah,
that matters.
my cats are spoiled. Yeah,
Oh, I know. I know.
you know.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, if you're a pet owned by me, you're lucky. Yeah.
So, um, if you're okay with transitioning off of pet ownership, there's one other thing that I'd actually be okay with talking about when it comes to personal responsibility, because I think we should do fatherhood and other subjects at a different time. But today, I went to my job and I cooked and I fried like 1 million things. And actually, the first thing I did was clean the fryer. And cleaning a fryer is a very physically demanding task. Um, it's a deep fryer, it's filled with gallons of oil, and it has weeks and weeks and weeks of residue and buildup. So, like, it's not an easy job. And that's the first thing that I did when I got to work today. The last thing I did as I left was put pounds and pounds of pasta, chicken, and beef into containers to cool, because you got to let that shit cool before you donate it to the what is it? Pittsburgh Food Bank. That's who we have a partnership with. we are partnered with the Pittsburgh Food Bank, and a guy comes in a van once a week, and he picks up the food that we have saved, chilled, and frozen to be delivered to homeless people.
That's awesome. My school should be on that tip. Hold on, my dog is going crazy. Let me just shut my door.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, perfect. That's funny.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I went off on a rant.
Yeah, no, and I'm actually kind of sorry because well no, the fact that you kind of changed, yeah. I I want to talk more about like the responsibility of like,
Owning a pet?
but also just like in something I watched recently, they were talking a lot about like conservation and animal stuff, and it's like, huh, I wonder what side supports that. But yeah, again, it's me making environmental stuff political when maybe it doesn't necessarily need to be.
So I think something that is crazy and it's not political at all. And so this is something that my sous chef brings up, and something you're probably aware of, that we've gone through 6 mass extinctions.
On the planet?
Yes, on planet Earth, there have been 6 mass extinctions.
Okay.
You should know this, but anyways, we are currently losing species at a faster rate than like any other mass extinction,
Okay.
except for like the asteroid hitting the dinosaurs.
I'm so sorry, but I want to talk about something that I think actually you will be able to wax on. The idea of the mass extinctions that you just brought up, obviously these are like cyclical things. But so well, and not really, like, because sometimes it's like the meteor, like it's random.
Climate?
More no, but yeah, climate is affected by like yeah.
Agreed. Warmer oceans cause worse hurricanes. It's simple fucking science.
But something you love is plate tectonics, and how many times has Pangea happened? That's what I know. Want to ask you is like, how many times has it dissipated and then come back? Because that's what happens, right?
So the question that I would type into Google is, how many supercontinents have there been?
Okay.
Because that's what
Eurasian
Pangea
soup
is.
is Eurasia a supercontinent? It's fucking huge.
It's not a super. You asked me a question.
Okay.
No, it's not.
I, oh, so you're talking about super, yeah, Pangea. Sorry, my bad.
I'm literally saying the question that you said, but in the scientific way. Yeah, sorry.
I'm sorry because I didn't realize it. Yeah,
Thanks.
my bad.
Yeah, no, and that's it. And so yeah, the question is, how many times has a supercontinent formed on Earth?
Yes.
Probably like 6 or 7.
Which is coincidental that there have been that many
Mass extinctions. Yeah.
because again, like
Oh
the
well.
hold on, the cycle, the supercontinent thing, that's a more predictable cycle than the mass extinctions.
So I think what's cool and weird about supercontinents is I think that they allow for life, but in very extreme ways.
Yeah, dude. Because I've actually seen some crazy videos about like the species that like, yeah,
Megafauna is what
Exactly.
they're called. Yeah.
There are more extinct species than there are alive species, and
Shit.
like that makes me think about like what was there? Like, good God, yeah.
So one of the conspiracy theories that I actually maybe could get along with is a very niche one, but it's that megafauna still exists in like the Amazon and the Congo.
Or the deep, deep, deep. Oh, megafauna.
Yeah, would you say? Why did you say? Yeah, megafauna. So like giant fucking creatures, like giraffes and
And that's the thing is we know they exist in the deep. Like
what's the deep?
like deep ocean,
Oh,
megafauna. Squid
yeah.
that
You're
are
no, you're
bigger
right.
than, yeah.
A blue whale is a megafauna. Yeah,
Is it?
yeah. I would say it's the biggest creature on the planet.
They're fucking. And what's funny is they're the biggest creature that we have record of. They're bigger than like they're like 5 brontosauruses. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. They outscale everything. It's
They're
insane.
fucking huge. Yeah. They're the size like of a skyscraper.
Yep, exactly. Just rolling along in the ocean.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
All
So
right.
this has gone on way too long.
No, that's fine. I forgot how we end this. So
Oh yeah. So it's with that being said.
knowledge is power.